and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica and this video is going to be unboxing some art supplies for the month of October. A lot of people do Inktober or Painttober, so I was feeling kind of burnt out over the summer. I get very busy at my job and also at life in general. We also got a new puppy, so things have just been very busy and I have not been able to do anything really creative and I've been missing it. So I wanted to get some supplies and maybe have a creative October. So I'm doing something new and different. I love watercolor, but I'm feeling kind of stuck and almost like I want to try something new and different to maybe help me get out of that creative rut or burnout or whatever it is that I'm struggling with. So I wanted to unbox some of these supplies and we'll start with this big box here from Blick. Normally I buy most of my stuff off Amazon, but they actually did not have everything that I was looking for or the best pricing, which is surprising. So let's see what we have. This is a Blick lino cutter set, which is like printmaking, stamp carving, which is very different from my watercolors, but I'm hoping I can incorporate my watercolors in it. So here we have this pad of Strathmore printmaking paper. It's a heavyweight 20 sheets and they're 5x7, 280 grams. So I wanted a heavyweight paper because, like I said, I want to incorporate some of my watercolors in it. So I don't know if maybe I'll do like a watercolor background and then stamp on top, but I wanted to make sure that the paper was thick enough to handle the watercolor. So this is very smooth paper. And this one was also very cheap. Next we have this Speedball soft rubber brayer. This is what I'm going to use to ink up my blocks. Here we have this. This is called a Baron. So basically push this and rub it over the top to get the ink onto the paper, because some people have presses, but if you're hand pulling prints, you want to apply pressure enough all over the print to make sure the ink transfers. So definitely want to have something because I don't have a press. Over here we got a large jar of Speedball block printing ink. This is, I think, 1 pound. This is water soluble block printing black ink. I got the big one in black because I know that I'm going to be doing primarily black. So I figured I'd be getting the best deal by ordering the largest size. I did get a couple other colors just to test out. I got them in the smallest tubes. First we have white, and these are 1.25 fluid ounces. I don't know how much I'm going to use or how much you go through. I wanted to get small ones to start with, and then if I like it or need more later on, I can always upgrade. Next we have yellow. I got some gold because I thought that would be fun. This one is turquoise, which is my favorite color. This is a very bright magenta, and here is silver. So my thought with the yellow, magenta, and turquoise was possibly test mixing my own colors or just see how the bright colors work on the paper, just because they are so fun, and doing like a rainbow roll or something like that. Now this metal thing right here is called a bench hook. So you hang part of it over the table so that way you can either carve against it and your carving isn't sliding around, or what you can do is roll out your ink on here. So I'm gonna try using it for both and see how that goes. Here is a large pad of printmaking paper, 9x12, and it has 50 sheets. This one is 135 pounds or 290 GSM. So again, I just bought a couple different types of paper to test out to see which one I like the most. Then over here, these were just in some Amazon packages that I had already opened, but I got a pad of newsprint just as scrap paper to test or lay things on because I don't want to get ink on my white table. So this is just kind of like for scrap paper usage. And then in this box here are actually all of the rubber blocks. So I think this has 12 4x6 gray rubber blocks. Now, this is not the traditional linoleum because I read that these soft rubber blocks were best for beginners. And I have not done printmaking since I was in, I don't know, high school or maybe a college class. So it has definitely been a while. So I thought I would start with these, and if I get through all 12 and want to change over to the Battleship Gray linoleum that is more traditional, then I can change later on. And these I did find on Amazon pretty cheap. I think about $2 a block, I think is what it came to. I'll have it linked, or as many of the supplies I can linked in the description below. I do have one more package left leaning up against my wall that you guys can't see. So it's very, very large. So it's a little hard to tell, but this is Legion Stonehenge paper, and the sizes are 22 inches by 30 inches, and they are all 90 pounds. But I did get several colors. I got one steel gray. I got 6 black because I was interested to see if the colors would show up on the black paper or to do some white prints. And then I got 3 sheets of the white paper just to, again, compare it to the other pieces of paper that I got. This is really nice paper with ripped deckled edges, so I'm sure this paper can be easily ripped. For being 90 pounds, this is quite thick, so I was concerned it wasn't going to be thick enough. But yeah, I just wanted a couple different colors to experiment and play with. I also forgot to mention that I did get these 2 books when I was getting inspiration and gathering my supplies. This is Lino Cut, A Creative Guide to Making Beautiful Prints by Sam Marshall, and this is Block Print Magic by Emily Louise Howard. So these books were really great in terms of getting supplies and ideas and different techniques. This one especially is very thick. So this is a brand new book. I believe it was just published. Yeah, it was published in this year. So it's a relatively new book. I really enjoyed it. It has a lot of different techniques and projects to go through. This one has some more DIY stuff. So I really enjoyed these 2 to get inspiration while I was preparing to do some block printing. So that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely hit like and subscribe if you want to see upcoming block printing videos. I hope to incorporate some watercolors with these. This is just going to be a fun little creative adventure for me, something new and different that hopefully gets me out of my creative funk that I've been in. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!